continue to do until Biafra is restored and all the suffering indigenous populations in the damnable zoological republic are set free. Chineke na nke pụrụ ihe niile Chukwu okike abịa onye na-efuwe na aja aha nsọ ya mma mgbe niile. Onye ọbụla na ya na-achị eluigwe n'ụwa na-agba akaebe ịhụnanya gị na ebere gị amara gị n'ọmịiko gị ebe ndị gị na-eze ebede ngọzi. Anyị wee na-etoghị agbanyeghị atụmatụ ọjọọ niile nke ndị iro. Iwe nye anyị ndụ ala nke dị ndụ n'ụbọchị nke taa. Anyị wee na-asị na ịja mma niile otu niile dịrị aha nsọ gị. Onye ọbụla anyị aka ike niile na ọ gbadara aka ya. Anyị wee na-akpọku gị na-asị gị na nke ọma ma anyị ga-ekele gị nke ọjọọ ma anyị kelee gị. Anyị wee na-aja gị mma wee na-eto gị wee na-asọpụrụ gị n'isi ụmụ gị niile bụ ndị ikwu ndị wee ezu oku mgbe a kpọrọ ha ka ha wee chekwaa ala nsọ gị bụ Biafra onye nwe m na Chineke na ihe n'ikpere anyị nkwa na o mekataghị ka ndị iro wee were ala nsọ Biafra onye nwe m na Chineke na nke bi n'igwe agbanyeghị atụmatụ ọjọọ niile nke ndị iro ma ndị na-agba mgbagba ebe niile dị iche iche onye nwe m na Chineke nna ihere bụ nke ndị dị etu a n'ụbọchị nke taa. Anyị wee na-eto gị wee na-asị onye nwe anyị na Chineke nna nke pụrụ m ihe niile onye ọ bụ naanị ya na-azọpụta onye ọ bụ naanị ya bụ okwu ya niile bụ ihe na amen. Anyị wee na-asị ezi ebube dị ngọzi nara otuto na ịja mma na nsọpụrụ site n'ebighị ebi ma ruo n'ebighị ebi. Ise ise ise.
Hello, thank you for joining us this morning, afternoon, and night, depending on where you are joining us from. Welcome to Sunrise on Radio Biafra 102.1 FM. My name is Mazi Sochima, Mbanali. And it is an absolute pleasure to be with you here every morning on Radio Biafra. Here we seek to conscientize and motivate each other. This is Sunrise, and today is the 29th of February 2024, and the time now is 3 minutes past the hour of 5 in the holy and blessed land of Biafra. Once more, I welcome you to Sunrise this morning. I welcome you for waking up with us. I welcome you for being part of this program this morning. We are streaming live on Facebook. We are streaming live on Radio Biafra on Facebook. We are also streaming live on Radio Biafra Motherland on Facebook. You can also join us by downloading our various apps such as Radio Biafra and IPOB Community Radio. You can download them very easily from your app store, and you will be able to join us. You'll be able to listen to us. You can also join us by visiting our website on ipob.org, ipob.org, and radiobiafra.co, radiobiafra.co. Now, on ipob.org, you will not only listen to this gospel, but you will also be able to donate. You will also be able to contribute towards this project, this wonderful and huge project, which is the restoration of Biafra. Therefore, I encourage you to go on this website and have a look. Ask yourself how you can donate financially towards this project. Now, you can also just listen to us by simply going to your radio. Go to your radio and tune into 102.1 FM. If you are anywhere in Biafra land, all you need to do is go to your radio, dial 102.1 FM. And these days, we have radios on the phone. Almost every phone has a radio. So it becomes very, very easy for you to listen to us. There is absolutely no reason why you cannot listen to us, why you cannot join us on our march to mental emancipation. There is absolutely no reason. You can join us on this march to mental emancipation by sharing this information with everybody that you can. Share this information. Do not forget to like and follow us on our various platforms on Facebook, on Twitter, on YouTube, etc.
Another Savior, holy, holy, holy. holy, another Savior, holy, holy,
Yes, thank you very much. Holy, holy, holy. Nnamdi Kanu is another savior. That is for real. That is how it is. Nnamdi Kanu, Mazin Nnamdi Kanu is our savior. Somebody who came to rescue you from destruction. Somebody who saw you being destroyed, who saw you going the wrong path. And he came. He came. And the worst of this matter is that while we were going through destruction, we thought that we were all and all. We thought we were all and all. We thought we have everything under control, that we have everything in check. But the truth of the matter is that we were going and going and going to the path of massacre, a path of destruction, a path like a sheep going to the slaughterhouse, very, very loyal to the slaughterhouse. So I welcome you once more this morning. I say good morning to you and thank you for waking up with us. Thank you for being part of this program this morning. I, at this moment, want to take this opportunity to thank the leadership of this struggle, to thank the leadership of this movement. I know I do not thank them enough. I do not say thank you to them enough. Sometimes I do it purposefully because there's the leadership. They are doing what should it? Let me find the best way to put what I'm trying to say so I can better express it. There is a way you thank somebody, it looks like, you are thanking me too much. So sometimes I just feel like, okay, let me just not thank them so much. But you must realize that these people are making huge sacrifices. And not only are they making huge sacrifices, but they have taken on tax that you have to be strong. You have to be um, not just physically strong, but mentally strong to be able to take on. And they are doing it wonderfully well, despite the shortcomings of Biafrans. You know, Biafran people are not easy people. They are not. They are not easy people. Believe you me. Um, Biafran people are. We are tough people. Very hard. Very hard. But they have, for this time, maintained and controlled not just the Biafran people, the sanctity of lives, and made sure that our land is safe, but they have been able to properly lead us, properly lead us. And this is not easy. It is not easy. It's like, let me use this simple analogy. It's like you find a den of wolves, not tamed, and they are old. And now you suddenly come from somewhere you're trying to tame this uh, den of wolves. They will not even, they will just eat you. They will not talk to you. They will not. They will just come for your head. You understand. And that is how Biafrans are. Everybody is going this direction or the other direction. And nobody wants to be led. And that is a problem. And these people have done it successfully well, and also at the same time, it makes me also see that there is a need for us to also give kudos to ourselves, to Biafrans, those who have understood what this is about, those who have made sacrifices, those who are still making sacrifices. We must acknowledge your efforts, your contributions. I know we do we do complain a lot. We do most times. Most of the things we talk about are negatives because of Nigeria. Nigeria, the negatives are so overwhelming. The moment you look away from the negative, it feels like you need to keep the people updated with how bad things are in the zoo for them to really free themselves from the shackles of slavery. So I want to say thank you to seeing each and every one of you who has been part of this journey so far. It's not been an easy one. Thank you all very much, and especially to the ESN, the Eastern Security Network, men and women of honor, people who are ensuring that our land is safe. I mean, this is the most thing you can do for anybody to safeguard the life and the interest of the person. It's not just keeping the person alive, but also safeguarding the interest of the person. There are lots of people that we see today. We take them as, oh, our people, you've made money, you've made billions, you're a billionaire. But ask them this simple question: are you safeguarding the interest of your people? No, you find out that they have made billions on the back of their people, and this is something that Nigeria has plunged Nigerians into. Nigerians understand making money on the back of their own people. I mean, it's the easiest way to the only way to be rich. Not the only way, but I don't want to say the easiest way, because even in that process, you still it's hard. It's hard. You still have to do that hard job. So why do the hard job of betraying your people instead of doing the harder job, going harder, and getting yourself up there in a good way? Look at our people are making differences. Our people are surviving. Our people are can be considered as one of the most successful. I'm not saying they are the most successful. No, 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 no. I'm saying can be considered as, especially seeing our history, seeing where we're coming from, seeing the 20 pounds. So I say a big thank you to every one of you, especially the Eastern Security Network, who is working wonderfully well. And of course, our leader, Onyendumazi Namdekano. How can I uh, not acknowledge your dedication? How can I not acknowledge your sacrifices? So I want to call and thank our leader, Onyendumazi Namdekano. And at the same time, I want to call for his immediate and unconditional release by the Nigerian government. I call on the Nigerian government to obey the ruling of various courts of competent jurisdiction. These courts of competent jurisdiction declared the abduction and continued incarceration of our leader illegal and a crime against humanity. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, he was abducted from Kenya by the Nigeria government on the 19th of June 2021. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was tortured in Kenya for 8 days. And after that, he was forcefully brought into Nigeria. And since then, he has been unlawfully detained, unlawfully held in the DSS solitary confinement in Abuja. And this is a crime against humanity. This is a crime. This is against his human right. And Nigeria don't care. Nigeria doesn't care. Despite a report from the United Nations Working Group on Arbitrary Detention, which declared the extraordinary rendition of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu a violation of international human rights conventions. This report was released in July 2022, the 20th of July 2022, and then Nigeria government since then they have ignored it. They have simply ignored it, hoping that this case will go away, hoping that people will lose interest. But they must realize that this is a fight for our lives and we cannot lose interest because we do not have any choice. We don't have any other place to go to. Therefore, I am calling on the Nigeria government to release this man. He committed no crime. To release the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. It is a shame that an opinion such as the one from the United Nations Working Group on arbitrary detention has been disregarded by the Nigeria government. It has been disregarded by the Nigeria government just like they have done to the ruling of various courts in Nigeria. The ruling of various courts that discharged and acquitted Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Instead, the Nigeria government, they have pursued every effort to inflict severe physical and psychological torture on this innocent man. And you must go back to 2017, 14th of September 2017. Then you see that this is not the first time that Nigeria government has actually go back to 2015. That was when they first abducted Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And then they kept him in their jail for 2 years. For 2 years. Despite different court rulings saying release him. And the same process that they took on from then, which is just causing delay, disregarding court judgments, and then at the same time using the same court in order to maintain and legalize their illegality. The same thing they did in 2015 to 2017, and they finally released Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But on the 14th day of September 2017, they tried to assassinate this innocent man. This was despite the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu being in their own court. The case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was in their court, yet they went to assassinate this innocent man. They went to assassinate Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. This is a democratic government. This is not a movie. I'm telling you what is happening. I'm telling you what happened. Thankfully, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu managed to escape, but the Nigeria government ended up killing at least 28 people in his home that day. At least 28 people. They massacred everybody they could. They killed everything on their sight. Anybody that crossed their path that day, they killed. And this is a democratic government. This is Nigeria democratic government, and this is not anything different from how they behave. This is how they behave, and this is why we are saying enough is enough. This is why we are saying this must end. This is why we are saying we want to make a decision. We do not want to be part of Nigeria anymore, because Nigeria has no respect for our lives. We are not saying that this government of Tinubu or the government of Buhari has no respect for our lives. No, I'm saying Nigeria itself has no respect for life. So all its government, it doesn't matter the government that you put in there, the case will still be the same. There will still not be any respect to human rights, to dignity of humanity. There is no respect, and this is the Nigerian thing, which is why we are tired and we are saying enough is enough. Release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has continually given you solution to your problem. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu consistently highlighted the various problems that has been bedeviling Nigeria. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has pointed out these issues such as corruption, such as political instability, such as human rights abuses, such as economic mismanagement, such as ethnic tension. And you do not even need to study Nigeria before you understand, before you see these things happening clearly before your eyes. These things are clear for every single person to see. These things are happening right before our eyes. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu firmly believes that these problems are leading Nigeria towards an abyss of despair and insecurity. And today we see despair everywhere. We see people living in a life that is degrading, a life that doesn't that is not supposed to be how humans behave. You see that Nigeria is simply a slave colony. It's simply a farm where people are being farmed, where just like the farming of cows and the farming of food crops like maize and the rest of them, human beings are being farmed. Human beings are like commodities in Nigeria. They have the value of commodities. And this is a place where you want people to continue to exist. You want people to continue to live in. We are saying no, enough is enough. The insecurity further cements this fact that there is no value to life in Nigeria. There is no value to life in Nigeria. Yesterday, I read to you about these people from Kaduna State. Their land is being ravaged. 10 communities invaded. 10 communities invaded. And the army that is just right there. The army is not even far from this. It's just right there. What did the army do? They are busy. Their commander is busy sending 50 of them to the bushes every day to get leaves for their cattle, while terrorists are in the next community ravaging them. Whereas the terrorists are in the next community chasing them out of their homes. Chasing them out of their homes. And some actually left Kaduna State simply because some security ran away. They ran away. And this is a place where you want us to live in, you want us to be in, you want us to be a part of. Is this the place where you want us to be a part of? No. We reject to be a part of such a place, an insecure place. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has given you solution to the Nigerian problem. Why? Have you stopped? Why have you done nothing about it? Why have you done nothing about it? You know, sometimes when you think of the Nigerian problem, it just drives you insane because you don't understand if these people are demons or they are humans like you and I. You wonder if these people are human beings or they are demons because the way they operate without any care for human life, it is hard to see them as people who are humans like us. Mazen Namdekanu gave Nigeria government the solution to the Nigerian problem. He said, give the people a referendum. The people of Biafra, give us a referendum. And they said no. They said no, that they prefer the hellhole that the contraption is. They said no, and that they prefer the disaster that the contraption is descending into. They said no, we'd rather have this disaster unfold, and it's unfolding right before our eyes. As we sit here, as we speak today, it is happening. Nobody can deny that fact. It is happening. And Nigeria government is championing the destruction of Nigeria. It must be said, it must also be written in history that the Nigeria government is directly responsible for the destruction of Nigeria. And of course, they would. I mean, their number one plan is to destroy Nigeria. Um, so, uh, in whichever way it is not. They are not from there anyway. They're not from there. These are people who are not indigenous to Nigerians. So, how do you think that they will operate a system that works for the Nigerian people? How do you think that they will operate a system that will operate the Nigerian people? That is why they have a lot of Nigerians, a lot of people who are Nigerians illegally detained at different dungeons operated by their government. Especially Biafrans. You have a lot of Biafrans who are um, you have a lot of Biafrans who are being held at different places, not against the law. Against the law. How is a country like that supposed to exist? Nigeria is not helping the interest of Nigerians. Therefore, why must it continue to exist? Why must it continue to pose a threat to the security of lives, to the security of properties, to the security of trade in that region? I am asking, why must Nigeria continue to exist? And the fact that ECOWAS is keeping Nigeria the way they are keeping Nigeria and helping Nigeria, it is such a shame. It is a shame, and we are looking around. We are seeing things happen. We are seeing it happen, and we are not having it. We are not having it. Now, as we continue this morning, this will be. This is a very beautiful day. I hope you are feeling the beauty of this day. Thank you, everybody who is joining us. Thank you to each and every one of you who is part of this program this morning. I say thank you and thank you and thank you. This is where we worship. This is where we congregate. You are not listening to me because I'm intelligent. No, no. That is not the case. You are listening to me because it's like when you go to a place of worship. It's not like the pastor knows it all. No, but everybody gets that opportunity to build each other up. And as I am here speaking, I'm also learning. There are things I say that I go back and I think on them and I say, wow, I shouldn't have said this way. I should have said it better. And that is the beauty of this. That is one of the beauties of it. It's a pity that it is in a state of it is how should I put it? It's a pity that it is in a state where I didn't get the chance to learn this work, this project, this what I'm doing now. But at the end of the day, I mean, this is life. Nothing is given. This is how life is. You know, you must take You must take what life offers. Is that even the right way to is that even the right way to put it? Life gives you nothing. You have to fight for every single thing. You have to fight. Some months ago or last year, that was last year, early last year, I went to this broadcasting school to see if I could register and perhaps have a 1 year program. And I took their courses, and it would have been wonderful. It would have been wonderful, really, really wonderful to do that and spend time um, learning, even part time, about it. But that right now is impossible. Right now is impossible. But we have to keep pushing. We do not have any choice. We cannot say, "Oh, I don't." I mean, I don't know this thing. No, we are Biafrans. We learn as we go. We learn as we go. Um, During 1967 to 1970, our people had not done the kind of productions we did, but we did them. We didn't say, "Oh, you know what? I've never done this before, therefore, why should I try?" No. We said, even if we have never done this before, we have been given an opportunity to do it. So why not? If you have been given an opportunity, then take it up. I see that some of our people have, it seems like some of our people are kind of downcasted, kind of lost some bit of hope. Why should you lose hope? Why? There is no reason. There is no reason why anybody should lose hope at any time, unless you are not serious about what you want. If you are serious about what you want, you do not lose hope. You keep pushing. I've always said this question that I was asked, that why do you keep waking up every morning and you pushing? I said to the person, this was when I was going through the most. I said to the person, "What other choice do I have?" You say it like I have any other choice. What other choice do I have? Should I just go to bed? It's also making a choice. So why not just make the choice that you know at the end of the day will bring you positive results? It doesn't matter how long the struggle goes, it will definitely bring you a positive result. So what choice do you have? You must stand up and do what you have to do every single day. It doesn't matter how many times life knock you down. It doesn't matter how many times life pushes you against the wall. You must stand up. That is how it is. There is no other choice. There is no option. When you start enjoying it now, you forget all the struggles. I mean, look at for instance, some of these countries who have some sort of freedom. You look at Nigeria, for instance, when Nigeria received their independence, 1960. Nigerians today, they don't even understand the fight that people fought in order to receive their independence, and that is it, because they were enjoying their independence, so they were given free education, given food chicken in less than 50 kobo. I'm talking about 1980 something even. Food chicken less than 50 kobo, and people were enjoying. People were, really living, and they forgot the implications of that. The implications of that. And today it is biting each and every one of us. Each and every one of us. As we begin this day, I want to read this from Icons News, and it says, IPOB's withdrawal of interest in Nigeria judiciary as regards Kano's trial. This is a very short read, so I will read it for us. I think it's also very important because of the content. It says, the ongoing trial of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, has been marred by a series of legal irregularities and injustices. Recently, the IPOB leadership, the Directorate of States, DOS in bracket, made the decision to withdraw their interest in the Justice Binta Nyako's Federal High Court's continued trial of its leader's case. This decision comes in the wake of a deeply troubling Supreme Court ruling on December 15, 2023, which have been viewed as a miscarriage of justice. The Supreme Court justices in their ruling admitted to several critical points that highlight the injustice faced by Nnamdi Kanu. Firstly, they acknowledged that Kanu did not jump bail, but rather escaped assassination when the military invaded his house on September 14, 2017. Some invasion which led to the loss of 28 lives and destruction of properties. Oh, it says same invasion which led to the loss of 28 lives and destruction of properties. Excuse me. Secondly, the Supreme Court justices condemned the manner in which the IPOB leader was abducted in Kenya and extradited to Nigeria. The extraordinary rendition violated international law and Kanu's right, yet he continues to be held in detention without bail. Thirdly, the Supreme Court justices criticized Justice Binta Nyako's decision to revoke Kanu's bail. This decision, which was based on spurious allegations, further demonstrates the bias and unfairness that have characterized this trial. It is important to note that the Court of Appeal had previously delivered a landmark ruling on November 13, 2022, which took all these factors into consideration. The Court of Appeal discharged and acquitted Kanu of all charges, declaring him ineligible to stand trial in any Nigerian court. This ruling was a clear indication of the lack of merit in the case against Kanu. However, despite acknowledging and admitting this wrongdoing by the federal government against Kanu, the Supreme Court, in its ill-delivered verdict, reversed the due judgment and remanded Kanu back to the Department of State Services DSS dungeon without bail. This decision reeks of political interference and raises serious concerns about the independence of the judiciary in Nigeria. The IPOB leadership's decision to withdraw every confidence from the judiciary reflects their lack of confidence in the fairness and impartiality of the judicial process. It is a damning indictment of the Nigerian legal system and its failure to uphold justice and the rule of law. In conclusion, this withdrawal of IPOB's interest is a stark reminder of the injustice that continues to plague Nigeria's legal system. Kanu's case is not just about him. It is about the fundamental principles of justice and fairness that should govern any democratic society. Until these principles are upheld, Kanu's trial will remain a symbol of the injustices that persist in Nigeria. Okay, so this interesting write-up is it says a lot. It says a lot, and I will not dwell on each topic one after the other, but you can see from this write-up and from what is happening, from your experience of Nigeria, you know quite well the judiciary, how they are not independent. That's the word I want to use. You understand that the Nigeria judiciary is non-functional. It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. So anybody who understands this also, I know I heard a lot of people say in the beginning that, oh, why are we going to court? I mean, you know, you don't expect justice from people who committed illegality when they brought him in. You don't expect justice from them. A lot of people say that, but you know, Nigeria gave everybody every reason to say, you know, we cannot trust you. But guess what? We still stayed, we still stuck it up for 3 years now. We still said, you know what? Despite you being an offender of the law, let us still consider that that was just the executives without the influence of the judges in the um, judiciary. But since this case, even since the first day that Mazin Namdekano uh, appeared in their court, since the first day that Mazin Namdekano appeared in their court, you can see the direction that this matter was headed. First of all, Binta Nyako, the same person that Mazin Namdekano was referred to her court again. First of all, Binta Nyako, it's as if she doesn't even know the law. She just behaves like she doesn't know the law. She keeps suppressing the law, keeps suppressing the law. I mean, she arraigned a man without her lawyer, his lawyer. How do you do that as a judge with the kind of experience that you have? I'm not even a lawyer, but I know that is how it's supposed to be. You don't bring somebody in court. You don't go through court processes. When somebody has no defense, you don't do that. You don't do that, especially in the manner at which such a person was brought in. You don't do that, especially having the idea of what happened, how this man was the attempted assassination. Binta Nyako knew. She knew. She isn't from Mars or from wherever. She knew. She has always known what happened. It was at her court that Mazin Namdekano was supposed to go to when the Nigeria government tried to assassinate him. So she must have known. She must have known. There is no way she did not know. Now, I'm not even talking about the fact that IPOB gave her the information about what happened. She knew. But she went ahead and proceeded with the case. In fact, she made sure that she kept the case in her court for as long as possible. And at several points, at several times, she gave instructions which were ignored. How do you think people will value you when you have no value for yourself? The Nigeria justice system has no value for itself. Yeah, there are one or two persons who are an exception, individuals. But I'm talking about the system itself. I'm talking about the system itself. How do you want people to have value, to regard you, when you disregard yourself? At every corner and every opportunity you have, you disregard yourself. You are looking for validation. You want to be validated by the executives. You want the executives to validate you. Where is the autonomy of the judiciary? Binta Nyako did not even ask, how did this man come in here? No, she didn't care. It is none of her business because she has received instructions to keep this man there for as long as possible. Now, from your court, don't worry, we'll go to the next court, and any judgment we do not agree with, we'll just ignore it. That's the Nigerian government's way. They ignore any judgment that they care not about. That they say, oh, this okay, we don't care. Move on to the next. Whatever, let them say. This is the Nigeria government, the way of Nigeria government. This is the way of Nigeria government. They ignore. And ignoring is actually one of the characteristics of somebody who is not ready to solve their problems. Ignoring. Nigeria is busy pretending to be pursuing justice, but you had 3 years for somebody that it has been established that was brought into the country illegally. You still have him in court For somebody who has been discharged and acquitted by your own court, you still have him in court. For somebody who the UN has given opinion that release this man, he committed no crime, your court is still persecuting him. Your own court, your justice system is still persecuting him. What does that say about the justice system of Nigeria? That gives us the right, that gives IPOB the stand to say, you know what, this is nonsense. Because it is nonsense. It doesn't make sense. Only in Nigeria does such nonsense is being tried to find a way to shape it so that it will make sense. Only in Nigeria. It is the court of England. It is the court of Nigeria government. They don't care. They do not care. The court of England, they don't care. They don't care about the law. They have no respect for the law. None whatsoever. They say they are busy, that they are pursuing justice. Pursuing justice, doing nothing for 3 years. You are pursuing justice in a situation that shouldn't have even been in court for day one. Day one was an illegality. Day two, the same illegality. Nigeria Justice Department is stamping and saying illegality can be condoned. From High Court to Appeals Court, from Appeals Court to Supreme Court, from Supreme Court back to High Court, is just a roller coaster. Busy for 3 years doing nothing. Busy for 3 years doing nothing. And Binta Nyako, like the rest of them, are busy encouraging lawlessness. Encouraging lawlessness. Anybody, any country that is not interested in solving its problems, number one, they apply temporary relief. They apply temporary relief, just like they did in 2017 when they eventually released Onyendu on bail. They knew they were applying temporary relief. They knew that it was not sustainable. They just wanted to release him so that they can kill him. Anybody, any country that is not serious about solving their problems often rely on temporary solutions to address them. I've said this before. There is always the ones temporary solutions. This approach, it gives them immediate relief, temporary relief. But does it solve the problem? It doesn't address the underlying causes of the problems. The main reason why the problem is there, it doesn't solve it. It does not solve it. You see, that is why in Nigeria people are seeking temporary distraction. The citizens themselves, because they are a product of the system. And the system has always sought out temporary relief, temporary solutions that are just temporary, that will just take you from A to B without taking you to Z, without taking you all the way. They just stop you one chance on the road. On the road. Temporary solution. And today the people, they have learned, they are a product of that system. Therefore the people go online only to look for temporary solutions that will make them happy, things that will make them laugh, things that will make them smile, despite understanding that the reason why you are really doing this is because the system you have is not good, because you're coming out from a place that is not good. Then why don't you fix it so that you'll be happy, like really happy, so that you'll be just happy, live a good life? Why don't you just fix it? No, they would rather go and listen to people who are busy making jokes, who are busy doing nothing, because this is the part, a character that the system molded into Nigerians. The continued existence of Nigeria is a crime against humanity. Is a crime against humanity. Big brothers, you find, oh, thank God there is Big Brother. People are jumping up because they have been waiting for this distraction. Look at Big Brothers in all other African countries. They are become unsustainable, but in Nigeria they become very sustainable. In Nigeria, even if you say you won't watch Big Brother today, you know they will still push for it. They will still make sure that it is there. They will keep pushing for it. They will keep pushing for it, so that they will distract you from what is right before your face. it shows that Nigeria is not interested in solving its problems. Oh, 3 years. We go from this court to the just distracting themselves, just applying temporary relief. Nigeria knew when they abducted Mazen Nnamdi Kanu that he wasn't going to solve their problems. They knew that. But they had to do it because this is how they operate. This is how the criminal government operate. Engaging in temporary activities that will not solve the problem. This is a man who gave them the solution to the Nigerian problem. Rather than for them to accept this solution, they said, no, we'd rather just not solve it and apply temporary relief and let the problem get worse. Let the problem get worse. Temporarily fixed. Now, now let's look at Nigeria's minister, or should I say ex-minister. Look, listen to this man and understand what I mean. These people are not interested in solving the Nigeria problem. This, according to Sahara Reporters, is a post that says Nigeria will produce airplanes before 2023. Buhari's minister boasts. Nigeria will produce airplane before 2023. Buhari's minister boasts. And this was in 2021. And you are in 2024. There is no, Nigeria doesn't even have a national carrier. One that, let's say, another country already produced. Not even the one that they produce themselves, but to buy the one that other countries, they don't even have. They don't even have. They think lying to the people will at least give them a temporary solution. It will make people say, oh, get excited, just like the AFCON got them excited, just like Big Brothers will get them excited or has always gotten them excited. This is it. This is what they do. To tell you that this is a character that the Nigeria system has impacted on the Nigerians. This is why it is important to watch where you are. Watch where you are. Be mindful of where you are. I was watching this. Let me actually bring something, this information to you. I was going through Mazi Chinasaworu's program profile, and I saw this woman who is busy kidnapping and selling children. Kidnapping and selling children. You must be watchful where you are. Now we have this kind of things happening in our land. We have such things happening in our land. Why is such happening? Because we have allowed it to happen. We have let such a thing go on. We have let criminality go on. We have turned the other way. When even the police come and say, oh, we want to abduct this person, you say, yes, I know where the person is. This is where the person is. You indicate, you propel, you make sure that that happens. We have looked the other way. While things go wrong, we look the other way. And that must stop. What kind of society do you want to build? I've asked this question here before. What type of society do you want to build? Is it one where you apply temporary relief? You lie to the people. You tell them, oh, don't worry, Naira is going to be stronger than dollar. You keep lying to yourself, lying to the people. And you know the worst thing is that the people still buy it. The people still buy it. You know why the people buy it? Because they are a product of the system that applies temporary relief. Therefore, they see temporary relief when they see. It's not as if they don't know. Believe you me, there is, let's be honest about it. There is nobody who doesn't know. There is nobody who does not know that Nigeria, Naira, can never even come close to dollar. There is nobody. If you go through Nigeria, just one day in Nigeria, you know that if anything goes bad, it never comes good again. So what we are doing here on Radio Biafra, this is the greatest miracle that has ever happened to Nigeria. That is why Nigeria government, they are still surprised. Hence, I started by encouraging you and by congratulating you. and every single person who has made this a success, because this is one of the greatest miracles. Remember when you started this project, they were calling you miscreants because they never believed that this is possible. They understand the concept of temporary relief. They understand the concept of just applying little issues, applying temporary solution to a serious problem. Like, for instance, let's look at NSAS. Let's be honest. NSAS was a temporary relief. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. NSAS was a temporary relief. That was why it never lasted. That was why it became easy to disintegrate the people. It was a temporary relief that the middle class wanted to enact. And I must commend them. At least they stood up. I have said it here a long time, often, that the fact that they stood up, for me, it is enough. For me, the fact that they stood up for me, yeah, that is job well done. That is job well done. But is it enough? No, it is not enough. It is not enough. Stop. As a middle class, you are supposed to be more educated. Stop putting temporary solutions, temporary relief to a serious problem, just like Nigeria is doing. You must fix yourself so that you can fix wherever you are. And now, let's go to the second way, because I have to open the line very soon. I have to open the line shortly so that we can be part of this conversation. And there is this information that I have just received now, and it is that Mrs. Tinubu visited Imo State yesterday, and every internet connections were cut off until she left in the evening. And you call, oh yeah. So Mrs. Tinubu visited Imo State, according to this information now, and every internet connection was disconnected until she left in the evening. Every internet was this. What type of country are you living in? She hates Igbos so much. She asked Igbos to leave Lagos. We saw the recording where she was happy, celebrating that now they will take over Igbos people's businesses and their properties. Yes. This is a woman who is a wife of the president of Nigeria, showing such hatred towards people that she's supposed to be that she's supposed to be guarding. That she's supposed to be guarding. That goes to ask, what then did she come to Imo State to do? What then did she come to Imo State to do? Now, let me actually read this for you, the way Mazi Keroreke said it. He said, Mrs. Tinubu visited Imo State yesterday and every internet connections were cut off until she left in the evening. And you call this a country? Now, this is a question to you. Do you call this a country? And he goes on to say, this is a woman that hates Igbos too much and asking them to leave Lagos. Then what has she come to do in Igbo land? What has she come to Igbo land to do, especially Imo State? Governor Hope Uzodinma is Aromeri Igbo. Ututoma. Thank you very much, Mazi, for your comment. This is it's very, very, I don't know, how do you describe such somebody who hates you so much? What did she come into the land of Imo State to do? The land of Imo to do? What did she come into the land of Imo to do? And this is a place you call country. This is a place you call your home. This is a place you call your home. People who do not even like you at all. People who want you dead. People who want you dead. People who will do everything against the law. What did she come in to do? They should release the innocent man, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is it. They should release this innocent man because he committed no crime. He committed no crime. I will open up the lines here, and tomorrow we can continue um, on the other things concerning how you get to know somebody who is not serious about solving their problems. And today we said somebody who applies temporary solutions. It's like I think this we have said this here a bit before. I have said this here a bit before. Somebody who your house is leaking or okay, a rat isn't supposed to be in your house, so you are pursuing it, but you've left the real problem. The real problem. That is an indication that that person is not interested in solving their problem. So the line is open. You can call it and be part of this conversation. And the number to call is +2778 0645457 +2778 0645457. While I wait for your calls, there's the time now is 2 minutes past the hour of 6 in the holy and blessed land of Biafra. And like I said, I like to keep opening the lines early enough so that we can be part of the conversation. But while I wait for your calls, I will just go ahead and read this from. This is a post by Mazichina Samora, and it says, exposed. Emeka Ofo, the chairman of Chrome Groups and promoter of Interstate Electrics Limited, is trending for allegedly having a hand in slowing down the actualization of the geometric power plant in Osisioma, Aba. Okay. Yesterday he was trending, yeah, and I went also to check why, and I saw exactly what he's writing here. So I'm gonna accept this caller. Caller, you are live on Radio Biafra, but I will get back to you in just 2 minutes. Let me read this. It says, it took nearly 2 decades for Geometric to finally get a shot at fulfilling its promise to provide 24-hour power supply to the city of Aba, after it turned on the first of its 4 power generating turbines for the first time on Sunday, February 25th, 2024. Emeka Ofo, who was a close friend of Namadi Sambo, Nigeria's vice president at the time, was said to have frustrated the operation of the power plant primed to deliver uninterrupted power supply to Aba. Emeka Ofo, who was blocking the project, had Pius Anyim, secretary to the government of the Federation, in his pocket, while Sam Amadi, the chairman and CEO of NERC, was beholden to Anyim. Geometric was licensed in 2005 to deliver power supply to Aba and area business units, just 2 out of 18 business units in the Enugu Disco license area. However, the Bureau of Public Enterprises (BPE) sold EEDC to Emeka Ofo's Interstate Electrics without exempting Aba from the sale, thereby causing friction between Interstate Electrics and Geometrics. The backing of the then Vice President Namadi Sambo titled the balance in favor of Ofo's Interstate Electrics. According to sources, the former Vice President had vested interest in Interstate Electrics and wanted the company to end up buying Enugu Disco. However, the Bureau of Public Enterprises (BPE) sold EEDC to Emeka Ofo's Interstate Electrics without exempting Aba from the sale, thereby causing friction between Interstate Electrics and Geometrics. It resulted in a lot of disputes and lawsuits at a federal high court in Abuja. Long story short, 19 years later, the 181 megawatt Geometric power plant in Aba, described as the biggest investment in the southeast, is a reality. And that goes to show you the problem. We'll come back to this later. I have a caller on the line. Caller, you are live on Radio Biafra. Thank you very much for calling in. Please introduce yourself and go ahead with your opinion. Otutoma.
Yes, sir. Otutoma Mazichi, Sochima, Mbanali. Thank you very much. My name is Choko Keke. I'm calling from Atlanta, Georgia. I thank you a lot, Mazi Mbanani. And I thank Onyendu Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, and behind him, Nnamdi Kanu is, I've never seen somebody like him in Igbo land. We people does meet somebody like him in a country that knows what what they want. So it's a blessing to our generation to have somebody like Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, to be honest with you. And I really support him. At the same time, I thank God for our DOS. I appreciate them a lot. Yes. Concerning our Nigerian issue, talking about a country getting better. I'm just laughing to our people because the problem that we don't know what's going on. We just think that our problem is just because Nigeria Naira just went down. No, it's a matter of what are we producing, what are we offering to our outside world. Huh? What is the exchange? What are you exchanging with the foreign countries? This crude oil, they're talking about crude oil. Crude oil is going away. Within the next 25 years, there will be nothing like crude oil. So all these countries we are trying to emulate with, those countries that have gone far. If you talk about this country, America, this country, most of their jet fighters, I don't know how to put. Nigeria never dreamt of building something what they built 60, 70 years ago. Technology, I'm talking about technology. Most of the currency, what hits Nigerian currency most is technology. And it's the science and technology. That's what left us behind. Until we start facing reality like just what you are saying. Start running away from the problem. Face reality, look ourselves in the mirror and accept that we have nothing to offer and start from the beginning. You can't just running away from your problem going to the church. No society is built on hope and faith. I always say that. You can't just go to the bank with faith. You are sick, you can't just go to hospital with faith. Although, yeah, you might do that just to to pump yourself up. But that will not cure you at the end of the day. You must take some medicine, which is science. So until we start facing reality, and the government starts, sending some of our people that have brain to go and learn some science and technology and bring it back home. Okay, now let me say something here. Since independence, Nigerians has been sending students abroad to study. You will see Asians, they will come to this country, America, some Arabs too, Indians. After studying, they will go back home. You will see them implementing what they have learned. So where are those our students we used to send to overseas? Where are they? What are they learning? Now, that's got to tell us that what they are coming here to learn and what other countries' policies they are sending their students to come and learn is different. This is the same thing facing the reality. The other country will send their own students to come and learn the real science and technology. Our people will come here. Some of them will leave their purpose and start. Some of them will start taking drugs. I don't know what, I don't know. I can't say. I don't know what's going on to Africans in general. They will travel out and come back home with nothing. Is it an agreement between this foreign country with our government policy that we should not implement what our student has learned from their system? Is it maybe this is a secret underground because sometimes somebody asks a question. Why would African country go to Ukraine for some crops while we have lands? And they say it's a policy made by United Nations that Ukraine should be doing something with the farming, with African, bringing some foods offering Africa some food or fertilizer or whatever. So it's a policy to control Africa. So that Africa will not grow their crops or something. Now, that's remind me, I've started thinking, why would some of our students will come here and they will not go back home? Is it a policy between these foreign countries and our system not to allow our people to implement what they have learned? Somebody need to ask that question, because we used to send students from day one. Find out at the end of the day, some of them, all of them, none of them have ever came back home with a very tangible, say that this is what this person brought from the abroad. This like science and technology, implement it and start building manufacturing things, training people. We see one guy called N1gerian. Every time N1gerian, he will go to YouTube, parallel computer. That guy, I think, is mental. He has mental problem. Because why I'm saying this, look at somebody like Elon Musk. Look at all those people some Indians in Google. There's one young guy, is about 41 years, Google CEO. Google. He's from India. So somebody like everybody is talking about supercomputer. Where is that supercomputer? I'm asking. They talk about N1gerian. So what can we say now? N1gerian has contributed in Africa as a whole. Nothing. So I'm thinking that the system and the Nigerian government is in agreement with Britain and Oboda not to allow the student that is coming here to come back. That is a secret. Because if there is not something going on the ground, those are our engineers. Because I will tell you, if you come to the United States here, there is a lot of our people that is well learned and even a lot in this country. So why are they not allowed to come back home with those things, those knowledge they have? So this is a policy. This is a policy. A lot of this is a very, very big policy against our people. We need to start asking questions. We need to start asking questions and facing reality.
Yeah.
So I don't blame only that they say that mentioned something about one professor that said that if somebody said that he's a professor from Africa, he's gonna give him a slap. So we should start asking questions. Where are all those of our lecturers and professors, all those people that said that went abroad to learn something? What are they contributing in our society? Nothing. You will see some Indians within a couple of years, Chinese within 3 to 4 years. Even some of them will drop out from university here. Within 2 to 3 years, some of them will run away with some technology. They run away. There are a lot of cases going on. US companies that is suing Chinese universities because some of their students they sent here came here and kind of steal some of their things and run back home and start building it. And so China government cover them. You see our people, they will come back here, start dancing and drinking, nothing, and forget themselves. Some of them will open churches and forget themselves. So like I said, we should start facing reality and start asking questions, because we are not going anywhere. We don't have any agenda, no implemented, nothing. So my brother, Nsobudo.
Oh, thank you.
So anybody that thinks that Naira will go back to come back to 1,000 or 800, I'm seeing Naira in next 5 years, Naira will reach 10,000 Naira.
Yeah.
All right, Mbanali, thank you very much. This is to Akoham for now.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
Thank you very much. You made your points. I really value them. I value them very, very much. Because it seems like this is a policy. I mean, you call the name of N1gerian. N1gerian himself cannot even function. Even if he has the supercomputer in his pocket, he can't function in Nigeria. Nigeria is not conducive for anybody who has anything to offer. Even if N1gerian has the supercomputer in his pocket, he can't function. That is the how it works. I know the story of I was told the story of somebody that came in with ambulances sometime, and then he was frustrated to the point where he lost all the money, all his investment, everything, and he went back. How can such a person even have the guts to come back? The idea is to stop the development of Biafra land. That is the idea. Okay, let me answer this direct call. Unfortunately, the call dropped. Okay. I have a caller on the line. Caller, you are live on Radio Biafra. Please introduce yourself and go ahead with your opinion. Ndeo.
Sochima Mbanali. Udochukwu Okukabia Maderegi Nwa Chineke. Great Biafrans. We are the children of light. May Elohim Ezechukwu Okukabia, the God of our land, the God of our ancestors, be with all of us. In the name of Ezechukwu Okukabia, myself. Our leader remains Mazin Namdo Okuchukukano Hamadike, one of Biafra land. Biafra is our religion on this Haro platform. Lero Biafra is where we worship Ezechukwu Okukabia, that God that be with our ancestors. 1960, 70, when the evil British and their allies came to destroy our land and wipe them out of this planet. That God, Mazim, our leader must be released. We must do everything humanly possible. Everybody think about to release the innocent one. The only man who stand up. The only man who challenge the Fulani and the British. They never know that somebody like that will come from Igbo land, because the way they see us, they think that we are the zeros. But behold, we are here. Our leader must be released. Mazi, you are talking about people think that Nigeria will be good. You know, one thing about us is that religious has made us useless. Don't think. Only miracle believe. Believe. That is what makes us being confused more than other race on this planet Earth, especially Igbo people. Igbo people are very confused. But we thank Ezechukwu Okukabia for sending Mazin Nnamdi Okuchukwu Kanu to come and liberate us. That is why we are happy today talking on this platform. Because Mazin Nnamdi can look at us and say no. Because there is something he said. He said he studied Igbo people complete 8 good years before he starts this struggle. He studied Nigeria only 2 years. And they look at us and call us name when we start. But today, Nigeria is facing the heat. We never start, we are still talking. You know. We never put our energy like, physical part of it. Physical one. Because Nigerian, the way I see Fulani people, you defeat them here, they follow from the other side. You defeat them here, they follow the other side. You defeat them here, they follow the other side. There is no way Nigeria can be better. If you look at the mindset of our people, even Yoruba people, Hausa people, Fulanis, if you look at their mindset, you see that there's no hope. There's no hope. Average Nigerian now wanted to be a politician. And what politicians can offer us is killing and stealing. That is only thing that can offer. And any country who are building their faith in the politician's mind, that country can never go anywhere. You went to school and study to come out and put that and showcase that practical part of it. But in Nigeria, that one is not. Practical is not. They are called those who are doing the practical as people, the lowest people. But they did not know that people are the men they stand of the country. But we are here struggling for certificate. Come out and defend that your certificate is zero. And you think that in our Jesus, in the name of Jesus, every knee shall bow. That in honor begging Nigeria garden overnight. No, it can't. Nigeria can never. I can bet it with my life. Even if angel from heaven, as the way they are talk about all the angel living in the heaven, I don't know, come down to rule Nigeria, Nigeria will corrupt them. The way they are structured, Nigeria will corrupt them. That will behave like one here. So, great Biafrans, let us look at ourselves. First of all, know who you are and where you're coming from. First of all, know who you are and what you can capable of doing. Let us think, what are we going to do can humanity can benefit from us? How can we make our name proud? How can we just showcase our Biafra name in the world? We think about this. Our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has done his best by bringing us out. Mepe anya anyị na-ekezi barabara to see things. Our eyes are very, very, very open now to see. Anyị na-afụzi ihe ebe anyị si n'ọrụ n'onunu kịta ozi the way anyị ga-esi zọpụta onwe anyị from this backward entity ajoinela anyị with. Nigeria is a destiny destroyer. If you are talking about you are Nigerian, you are not going anywhere. Nigeria can never be better. I just want to bring ourselves out when we start. When we talk about all the Nigeria, let us face the reality. Face the fact and the reality. Not to what happening in the Bible 30,000 years ago. You are coming to tell us that we as here can behave like that. Think about it. You that talking about Abraham that wanted to sacrifice his own only son. Can you carry a son now and go and say God told you to sacrifice? Police will just that is we tell you that you are a ritualist, and the people look at it and say believe. Believe what? Let us look about what is happening in our own time and face it once. Not believe. Our leader is in there because he wants us to be free so that we can showcase our talent to the world. He is in there because he wants us to know that is something you call sacrifice. You must sacrifice for others to benefit. That is where we want our people to look at it. We come around because when we talk about this thing, our leader said something when we talk about the way we think. Our leader, we always drop every word of our leader down so that our children that will come in will lead it. As we said, the holy book of Biafra, Mazi Nnamdi Okuchukwu Kanu, chapter 1, verse 2 to 3 said, without fear before our enemies, we have sworn on an oath to restore Biafra, or we all die in the process. All this word, you must keep it. We continue telling our people that is something we are here to do. So great Biafrans, what we want is that think what we can do so that our own name can showcase in the world. Think about it. Remove your mind from miracle. If you are not doing anything, there is no hope for you. Thank you, Mazi. Support ESN. Stay together with our DOS, our leadership. Our leader must be free. Udo dịrị nwa Chineke. Ya gazie.
Udo dịrị gị. Thank you very much, Mazi. Thank you very much. Please do forgive me for the noise. I'm trying to sort some things out as while we are here. Thank you very much for that, Mazi. I appreciate your contribution. Our problem has to be solved by us, not by anybody else, not by prayers, not by any other way. We are the ones who are responsible to bring solutions to our problems. And problems are there for us to have solutions, bring solutions to them. That is the truth of the matter. The line is still open. So you can call in and be part of this program. Okay, let me bring this caller into the line. Caller, you are live on Radio Biafra. Please go ahead, introduce yourself and your opinion. Ndewo. Hello, caller. Did you hear me? You are live on Radio Biafra. Please introduce yourself and your opinion.
Good morning to you, Mazi Sochima. Good morning. Greetings to you, my beloved brothers and sisters. Chukwu Kikabiam remains our strength. And we must continue on the right side of the truth. My name is Hugo. I'm calling from the blessed land of Biafra. Mazi, anyone that is saying that Nigeria is going to be better, let the person come out boldly to tell us the foundation that Nigerian rulers lay down that will make Nigeria a better place in future to come. There is none. Rather, what they are doing, they are seriously destroying the foundation of the zoo, soiling it so that definitely it must fall. And that is the reason why you see it today falling down. There is no good example that anyone can look up to in the zoo and have hope that the zoo is going to be a better place in future to come. There is none. Is it by killings every day? The killings of innocent people? Is it by the activities of the evil politicians snatching and stealing the funds of public, using it to protect and care for their families? When we talk about the zoo economy, we don't need to talk about that because it is when security, then people will look up to come into your country to establish a business. And that is the reason why nobody is willing to do business in the zoo. Because the zoo is not responsible. They are not a very good place for anybody to stay. If you are living in the zoo, you are in hell. Somehow you are in, let me say, fire. Even the zoo rulers, their family are not here. So tell me the reason why some people will be hoping that the zoo is going to be better tomorrow. The people you call your leaders, where are their families? Do their family reside in the zoo? Can you mention anything that is good in the zoo? When it comes to education, hospital, is there any? So when you look at all these things, I think you have to console yourself, telling yourself the truth, not encouraging yourself to be hopeful that it's not going to be fulfilled. The zoo rulers have destroyed the zoo by stealing the zoo empty. And you as the citizens, you are sitting watching. And you know all these things. When it comes to zoo judiciary, that is the reason why everywhere is boiling today. They refuse to say the truth. They collect bribe and judge partially. Once you give them money, they will talk on your side. They will give you judgment. That is exactly what is happening in the zoo. So anyone that is hoping, if you are a zoo citizens and you are hoping that the zoo is going to be better, you are deceiving yourself. When it comes to the one you just mentioned, Mazi, this visit of the Tinubu wife, which is not a wife of a president, because Tinubu is not a president. These people are the ones who snatch another person's mandate. The people that will come and take away your destiny. And your Korokoro eyes, you'll be seeing it. Tinubu did not win any election in the zoo. Those that voted him, they know that he didn't win. And his wife is not a wife of a president. Rather, she is the wife of a mandate snatcher, a wife of a person that say it is my turn to rule, and it's his turn. They give it as his turn. That is the reason why you see him doing everything today to fulfill that his turn. So the visit yesterday, is this the reason why everybody phone was somehow an empty phone, because the cutting off network is a reality. Everybody witnessed it, not even in Imo State, but through all the whole our land. We witness it. You can't make a call. They know what is going to happen. They know what their mission is all about. The reason why they shut down network, they knew it. But what we are telling them is that after everything, they must do the right thing. And what is that right thing? There is an innocent man which they go against international law. It's a truth himself. They hold him and they are partially judging against him, but we are telling them that they must follow their court judgment before this time. They must obey their court. Any further judgment against our leader, Mazen Nambikano, we don't welcome it. We are looking up to for the ones that the appeal courts have judged. Let them obey it. That is the reason why the zoo will never survive for any reason. For you that is hoping that the zoo is going to be a better place tomorrow, is it by judging partially? And as we are telling you, you see somebody today being persecuted, a man that didn't do anything, and you are supporting these people persecuting him. One day is going to be your turn. All of you that is silent over this, there is time for everything, and when that time comes, we want you to remain silent. Yes, you will not complain. We are saying all these things because the effort you do today for good is going to return back to you as a good. But once you lay a very bad foundation, like the zoo rulers, they have laid a very dangerous foundation that is destroying the zoo. And there is no one else to blame. So we continue to demand for the release of our leader, Mazen Nambikano, an innocent man that didn't do anything, just because he said the truth. And the zoo evil doers, both in our land and all over the whole zoo, they gang up against him and they are holding him. We are saying, obey court order by releasing him unconditionally, not with any condition. And anyone that is supporting any condition for our leaders' release, you will answer a question in future to come. Mazi, thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Mazi. Thank you very much. Thank you. We are still having a conversation. So get in touch with us and let us have this conversation. You know that the fact that they took away your right to communicate, do you understand that that is actually even a crime? Do you understand that that is even a crime? They took away your right to communicate. And what did you do as a Nigerian? What did Nigerians do? What did they do? This is Imo State, where people are in Owerri, whereas people in Olu are being killed. What did they do? So I have a caller on the line. Caller, welcome to Radio Biafra. Please go ahead, introduce yourself and your opinion. Ndeo.
Mazi Sochima, Mbanali. Good morning to you from here. Machineke. Good morning to Biafrans all over the world, the IPOB family, and our great His Excellency Mazi Nnamdi Okuchukwu. Good morning, sir, to you from here. My name is Desmond, and I'm calling from Italy. Mazi, I can go on, right?
Yes, you can. Please go ahead. Thank you very much.
Okay. Mazi, just what I want to add this morning is I want to say that just to encourage our people, there is no much, everything going on, everybody is seeing what is happening, and we all need to know what we have to do in order to be free from this Quagmire called Nigeria. Our leader has no case to answer. The whole world knows it. Instead, Nigeria is supposed to be standing trial. It is Nigeria that's supposed to stand trial, not our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And they have nothing. That is why for 3 years they beat around the bush, go to their Supreme Court and do whatever they want to do and come back again. So I don't know what that means. Somebody who finished secondary school or university, you're not taking back to nursery school. I don't know how that works in Nigeria. But what we are saying is that let Nigeria stop all this rubbish and release our leader and conduct referendum. Let the people go their separate way and breathe the air of life. Because you cannot continue to strangulate and hold the people on the ground forever. No, it has never happened anywhere, and it will never happen in our case. Nigeria has held us with Britain, and they have held us for decades, for thousands of years. And now we said no more. We have to be free, and it's our right to be free. We didn't make the laws. It was Britain and the rest that made the law of self-determination. It's not Biafrans, even though that we are the people that started the movement, even the makers started from our land, but then it was them. So we are holding them by their own law. Let them release our leader, as has been discharged and acquitted by the Appeal, because that is where we stand. There is nothing we are asking for again, that for them to release our leader and give us a freedom. Now, or we'll take our freedom. We are going to take our freedom. Another thing is that, you see, talking about the geometric thing, about power and all those things, and power supply, electricity. Here where I am, Mazi, you know, here it's like a competition. You have different companies. It's a private business, though regulated by the government also, but then it's a private business. Today, you can go with this company. If they are not satisfying you, next month, you cancel your contract with them, you go with another company. It is like a competition. So now, why would somebody be trying to fight against another company because of he wants to bring in power supply? Like you read of the whole sabotage of geometric before it happened, because it happened now because Ale Soti is now the governor of Abia State. That's why it happened, because he has been the one trying to work with Pat Naji to push all these things for a very long time. When he was even a director in the park somewhere, I don't know. He has been fighting with this thing. So he had to use his veto power as the governor to implement it now. That's why it worked. If not that Ale Soti is the governor, it would have worked. So people don't understand. It was because Ale Soti is now using his veto power as governor. And that is why we say it's not that because this is the job of the government, but because the way Nigeria is, we stand by him. Anybody who wants to give him problem, we are going to go against that person. And that's why we say EEDC, that N1gerian electricity distribution company, what do they call it, that they say Emeka of all owns. If he should back out of Biafra land, so that those who want to give our people light will come and give our people light. Our people are paying for light that they don't use. We cannot allow it. And if he wants to work, he should be there for competition. You can stay, geometric stay, everybody stay, and then the people choose who they want to get, because at the end of the month, when you don't give me, say, I go to another company and change you. That's how it should be. That's why there is power supply everywhere in Western world, because they do it the way it's supposed to be. When you make it a competition for people, everybody, but because of in Nigeria, even they know, they know they don't want to give the people like they know they want to extort the people, they know they want to steal from them. That's why they will be fighting against another company to come in. Because if you service, you don't have anything to worry. All your own is just to make it the best. And people will patronize you. It's very, very sad. Nigeria is not a country. All we are saying is that let the right thing be done, let a referendum be conducted, and let our leader be released. They have freed all their people in government. Tinubu have freed all his people. So let them release our leader. You understand? Let them release our leader. And lastly, I want to encourage Biafrans, anywhere you are as a Biafran, you should have one thing in mind. If you are not supporting ESN, the Eastern Security Network that is protecting and guiding the land of Biafra, our mothers, this is farm season. We are encouraging our people to go into farming. We will have to make sure that those farms are safe for them to go there and farm and harvest, so that there will be food in our land. And you have to support financially. You can support ESN through our PayPal, IPOB official PayPal, www.ipob.org. Go there and make your support, or through IPOB units, IPOB zones, or any other means that's approved by HODDOS, in form of fundraising and other means. We have to continue to support ESN. It is very, very important. There is no other thing. Security must be our priority, because everything that is happening is centering on security, on insecurity. They are using insecurity to penetrate us. They are using it to destroy our land. And once we secure our land, we can't be able to face other things. Thank you very much, Mr. Sochima Mbanali, and Elohim bless you from here. Biafrans, continue to take your directive from DOS. Be patient. It doesn't matter who is talking to you. He's your coordinator. He does just take that directive. Once Biafra come, tell him coordinator. You go to Biafra and do as a somebody who participates, you will be 100% recognized. You don't have to be there. It's just temporary thing. So we should take patience and follow the command and control structure of IPOB, take your directive from DOS and follow it, because there must be some people who are leading this movement. If not so, things will not go well. We cannot have people who are rebellious and you want us to continue to move. No. We have to be patient, just a little patience. One thing, Oberendid. Then when we enter Biafra, you can say China someone will go to hell. Chike Dozie will go to hell. Now I'm in Biafra. Everybody will recognize you as long as you partook. Please and please, this is not time for us to put measures. This is time for us to join our hands together, because the enemy, they have sent out to destroy us. I encourage Biafrans to continue, because at the end, Chukwabema will give us victory. Thank you, Mazi Sochima Mbanali. Elohim bless you from here.
Thank you very much, Mazi. Thank you very much. I have a caller on the line. Mazi, you are live on Radio Biafra. You are going to be the last caller, and you have 3 minutes, because I have to round up in less than 7 minutes. Please go ahead.
Okay, Samazim Banal. At the Mazim Banal, I start by may Chukwu Kikabe bless you. The God of Biafra, owner of IPOB, the owner of Biafra Restoration. And the may Chukwu Kikabe bless the Chike Dozim and all the HOD, all of you people as our leaders representing this project. May Chukwu Kikabe bless all of you. And let today be the warning to anybody that will try to say that the Biafra Restoration belongs to family. No, we are a nation. If you don't know it now. Gather there to educate our people to get this our land back. Because all the leaders outside the IPOP leadership, they are all evil. And in Supreme Court of Nigeria is still on this earth. And that she come maka achọga mma pụta gwa ha ehụrụ ma Simon Eba maka nụnta ma ụmụnne ka nụnta ehụrụ dede Chike Doziem dede Nnamdi Kanu isi Biafra proper ya kpọpụtara ma mụ okechechika kwedo maka that Kanu come out. And we are seeing evidence of Ken, the story of Ken. Biafrans, go and study the story of Ken, all the just leaders. And all the lawyers participating in the release of our leader. We are IPOP. Why don't you belong to IPOP? Why don't you not an IPOP? Are you afraid of being IPOP? If you Barrister Joffa, we are here watching. The charge that acquitted can never be changed on this earth. Heaven and earth are witness. I said, everybody, may call for take your time. Tenebo, release our leader. Tenebo, Federal Republic of the Soul. You are not ashamed that you are president of a contraption from Britain, monkey. You are turning injustice to not. That chicken doesn't let up on the ground. Let the ground PhD. Now, when the chicken doesn't let that in a Nigeria 419. I feel that I should wear 419, but I know IPOP. I need a hold on. Imagine, Mazin Banali, the chicken and Kenya. Then Nnamdi Kanu singing up in the radio Biafra. Oh, ashe, propaganda. My Simon Eba, no, what don't I get down? You she, on a canal, mamma. That chicken doesn't let her. Any day, make us say, hold there, after 19th. Make we see that the chicken doesn't, we are earth, we are not anywhere. President of America, Gano, die. Oh, just a letter. We are Biafra society more than formidable. That chicken doesn't we have suffered. We are prepared to be free from Yoruba. Yoruba was the Fulani are different. They are not the same with us. Let them stay in their own land. And that's home our every territory of home our my ancestral land. Entire no corner from all the Tagam. And then Joe Biden can and Mama we defend the whole Biafra land. We are forming one more than formidable.
Thank you.
Nokura. Oh, Biafrans.
All hail Biafra. Thank you very much, Mazi. We are already at the end of this program today, and I was hoping to have more comments towards the restriction of the internet. The internet shut down. You understand that this can only happen in Nigeria. This has been normalized in Nigeria during the time of Buhari. All throughout, almost all over North, they were disconnecting the services, the cell phone services. That is your ability to make calls, receive calls, get into the internet, and what have you. They restricted it, and their reason is that they needed to disconnect the the terrorists, so that they can fight them. And you wonder if that was really the reason, or that they were trying to disconnect the ordinary man on the street who was going to cry out and say this problem is what is happening. Because you find out that if you have these terrorists connected to the internet, and you say that their SIM cards, every SIM card in Nigeria can be registered, then why can't you trace them? Why can't you trace their calls? Why can't you trace when they call people and say bring money? Why can't you trace them? Why is it that the Nigeria government has been unable to trace these people, that they had to resort to blocking the internet, to blocking what have you, the phones, the connectivity, before they are able to do their job? That goes to show you the incompetence of the Nigeria government. It also goes to show you that they are most probably trying to make sure that, I said most probably, when you look at the facts, when you look at things, how they are happening, how even the places they said that they restricted, the terrorism there was so massive that even those people, we don't hear from them again. The people there, the terrorism that enveloped them was so massive that we couldn't hear from them again. And today, in this day and age, Tinubu's wife did the same thing, coming to Imo State and having internet restricted. Coming to Imo State and having access to network, they're restricted. At the same time, what's his name? His husband, Tinubu, is the leader of ECOWAS. And in 2020, ECOWAS made a ruling. ECOWAS made a ruling confirming that shutting down internet shutdown is a form of restraint. A form of restraint. And they made this ruling because of the internet shutdown that was implemented by the Togolese government in 2017. And they said it was illegal. And this is what Nigeria government just did, simply because the wife of a president went to visit a state. And they shut down internet, shut down phone connectivity, just because of that. And this is a country that is used to illegality. They do not care about human rights. They do not care about your own rights. They don't care. They do not care. They don't care. They disrupt your internet. They disrupt your they don't even render services at all to you. And these network providers assist them. Why? So that they can control what you say, so that they can control what you do. And you tell me that this is a democratic country. You tell me that this is a place that is fit for humans to live. You tell me that people are supposed to live in such a place. You do a place where the leaders do whatever they want to do. We are today talking about the case of Emeka, who is charging people over 5 billion naira for not delivering them electricity for 2 years. For 2 years, not delivering them electricity for 2 years. And this is a conversation that is having. And as we had this conversation, their company released a report saying that they want to change the meter, the prepaid meter. What nonsense is that? Is that the solution? What is that? Even before they released that information, they said what was that thing they said again? That they do not receive enough supply for them to supply people. And at the same time, they are telling you about changing prepaid, that will bring changes. How will that bring changes? If you are not getting enough supply, then why should you be there? Why are you still there? Then let us have somebody who is generating enough power to power people, and make sure that you do not give people bill that they did not consume. We have come to the place where Nigeria politicians, they look at you and they think, you. They look at us and they think we like complaining. We like complaining. Because we are here every day and we tell them that what they are doing is wrong. Because we have to. Every other person has kept quiet, has kept their eyes closed. We have to. Everybody must learn to stand up for yourself. If not, nobody will stand up for yourself. How many times are you going to be in this mess before you realize that it is your responsibility to save yourself? Your safety is your responsibility. Your development is your responsibility. Therefore, in conclusion, I call you to rise up for yourself and demand that those who are in authority over you, that they fulfill their